WETUMPKA Shotgun Sports Club. Basically, we have 120 acres and all of it's dedicated to clay shooting. We offer whatever you can think of with a clay, I can do it. That means incomers, outgoers. We have rabbits that bounce along the ground. We have 80-foot towers that we throw targets off of. We change it every week. What really differentiates the presentations is what differentiates each of the disciplines, whether it's skeet, wobble trap, 5-stand, or sporting clays. The way that the clay pigeon flies is what separates them. For example, skeet, no matter where you go in the country, skeet's always the same. Come out from a set height, land in a set place, and you shoot from the exact same distances and angles no matter where you go. It's the same in Alaska, Texas, here. Wobble trap, you got a machine that goes up and down, left and right. It just goes away from you. It's the closest thing to quail hunting that we can do with the clay. Now, sporting clays and 5-stand, that's where it gets creative and I can do whatever I want.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because I never thought about it before, but it has to be standardized in order to have contests and events around the country.
Skeet and trap, you can compare yourself to anybody nationwide. Sporting clays, you're competing against the course that day.
Yeah.
So if you have 100 people out here, you need to be the top man on that course because that one's going to vary from day to day and course to course. It's kind of like playing golf. You have a feeling of what you should shoot, but it still varies slightly.
How many courses do you have
We
in
have
this
2
facility?
sporting clays courses, 1 skeet, 1 wobble, and 1 5-stand.
Okay, I noticed some, well, I guess we could call them golf carts over there. You use those to transport people?
You can walk or ride. The course is 1 mile and you got 12 stops along the way, so it's not a bad walk.
Now, tell me a little bit about some of the events that you've got coming up in the future.
We have a lot of events. It ranges all over the place. We just got done with the largest NSCA shoot in the state. That was the Magoo Classic in memory of Gary Woolard. That's the real competitive side of it. But we got several fundraisers like the Young Life of East Alabama. They'll have 150 folks out here, raises money for the Young Life, send kids to school. Gateway Baptist is having a fellowship out here. Then Boy Scouts of America, first weekend of May, they're having a fundraiser, and it's probably our most successful fundraiser at this point. They do a good job.
So anytime an organization wanted to have an event or a fundraiser, they could come to see you and you would help them organize it.
Yes, sir.
And help them raise some money for whatever cause. Can you walk us through the different stages of the courses?
Gladly. We offer skeet, wobble, 5 sporting clays. What separates them is going to be the presentation of the targets. So for example, skeet's the same no matter where you go in the country. You can see that it uses your high house, your low house, and you're going to travel from each of these shooting stations. From there, everybody shoots the same angles, and it just increases all the way up to a straight crosser, back down to back at you and going straight away from you. So whether you shoot in Alaska or you shoot here, it's always going to be the same. So for example, here a person would start off with a number 3, and they'd shoot a report pair of a 1-6, and then a report pair of a 2-4. Each of these machines is numbered and it lets you see where they're coming from. We have a remote that controls everything. So for example, a single 3 is coming off the top. You'd say pull, and then it would just fly out. You got a 2-4, so you just say pull, and you shoot the 2. And then when you shoot at the 2, we release the 4, and it just flies across.
Fantastic.
Other options are also the wobble trap. Down here, we offer one machine that basically wobbles. It goes up and down, left and right. You never really know where it's going. It's in a house, so you can't see it. So one time it'll go this way, and one time this way, and back this way, and then all the way over here the next time. It's real popular, especially in the southeast, due to a lot of the quail hunting. That's the closest that we can get with clays. From there, we offer the sporting clays. Each of these up here is 25 shots, skeet, wobble, and 5-stand. Sporting clays is going to offer more variety. You can shoot 50 targets or 100 targets on it. That's where I really get the most variety. We have incomers, outgoers, crossers, rabbits that roll along the ground, little bitty targets, big targets. Just whatever I really feel like for the week. We change them up often, so always keep you on your toes. That's our patterning board. It allows you to see how your gun's performing. The different chokes perform differently, whether your pellets are spread wide or if they're going to be real close together. So that allows you to shoot it and then see how they do it, and then try it all again. You just roll over it with a grease gun and you get a brand new slate. So you can see right there, everywhere the pellet hits, you can see it leaves a little spot, and you can see how big your spread is at a certain distance. So you know that that one's okay at 30 yards, but if you backed up to 50 yards, you might have some targets get through.